Welcome to Your Cochrane. Right now, this is a weekly podcast all about the best and coldest town in the world right now, Cochrane, Alberta. As always, my name's Eric Ruddle, joined by Lauren Meister. And Lauren, we're 11 days into the year. Can you still say, hey, Happy New Year? Is that like dead?
I think pretty much all of January it's valid.
January 30th. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
no, you're a weirdo.
I think so. I mean, there's 12 months in the year, right?
15th. 15th is the cutoff. Stop
Okay.
saying it. Stop asking how holidays were. It's over.
I think we're pretty much past like how was your Christmas. I think you can still say how was your New Year's or how are your New Year's resolutions doing, but you can't say like what did Santa bring you. We're done with that.
How's your
Done
New
with
Year's
that.
resolution? You don't look like you're working out as much as you
Exactly.
said you.
Like obviously you're not going to the gym. Like you've ditched that plan. That's done.
Going on in Cochrane right now, honestly, it is so cold. We are hitting daytime highs in the minus 30s with the wind chill minus 50. And it's been really interesting to see how people react to this because we've been in Cochrane so long. We know this is not a normal. This is just your typical January. We usually hit minus 30 at least for a couple of days.
What's the thing is that we have these cold snaps. I mean, we typically have one of these in January, another one in February, maybe in March as well. Maybe not quite as cold, but we'll get lots of snow in March. But it's not unusual. And it's always interesting to me when you see some of the chatter or some of the debates on social media or just even talking to people. And obviously, this is the topic of the week, is everybody's talking about how cold it is. But you and I were talking about this earlier this morning, that there's quite a few parents who were choosing to keep their children at home, saying, you know what, it is too cold to send my kid to school. Schools are open. Buses are still running.
It's dangerous, right? Like what if, especially if your kids maybe get themselves ready in the morning, get to the bus stop. I saw a lot of kids walking around in just hoodies yesterday. I'd say if you have the ability, keep them home. Keep them warm, baby.
Do you want to watch my children then? Do you want to stay at home?
School's not a babysitter, Lauren.
No, but they're not acting like babysitters right now. It's full programming at school right now. So, I mean, my children go to school if school is being offered. That's kind of my stance on
But
it.
you can see the other side, right?
No, I actually can't.
What
I
if
really
your kids
can't.
are going to the bus stop?
My kids do go to the
There's
bus
a
stop.
risk the bus couldn't be there on time. It's slippery out there.
You know what? Rocky View Schools has a really awesome app.
My
and
kids don't have phones, Lauren.
No, but parents do, and it tells you whether or not the bus is going to be late.
Yeah,
So-
I'm just saying, keep your kids home if you want to keep them safe. And
You know,
not,
and
not
I think you're
frozen.
volunteering to
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of watch every single kid in Cochrane.
Bring them over to the radio station,
Sure.
right?
That's a great idea.
No, but it is very interesting, especially because there could be cold days coming up, like so cold that school is closed. And I don't remember ever really, I had snow days growing up, right? Like you cannot drive. I never remembered having like it was so cold. Is it just getting colder or are we just a little tougher?
Or less tough. A little less tough?
Like our generation.
Or are we tougher? I think you meant like less. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I don't remember ever missing school because of being cold either. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just, I don't know. Maybe it just depends on the school division, the district, and the times of the world.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
times of
know. I don't know.
The school buses for Rocky View School said they will operate until around minus 40 without wind chill. So even if it's like minus 38, they will go. Schools, they're just like, you know what, we will call it day of, which is really interesting. I could see the kids, though, having a couple of days off. And I remember when the traffic circle was being built along Highway 22, a lot of people were like, oh, this is so cool. What happens once it starts snowing, gets really cold? And we've noticed it's getting a little bit slow, especially with people. It's all like by user, right? Like if I don't feel comfortable, I'm going to wait until my chance to enter into the traffic circle. and that could take a long time.
Right. So there, we've seen a few little tie-ups.
Yes.
As far as we know, there haven't been any like major incidents at the traffic circle, knock on wood. Hopefully it stays that way. But it's been a little bit slow going. But you have to keep in mind, we haven't really had any wintry conditions up until a couple of days ago.
That's the thing.
People are just learning how to winter drive once again here in Cochrane.
Like, I don't know if the outdoor rinks are open in this minus 30 because we went straight from 2 degrees to minus 30. Like, did the town go out and flood them? Like, are they still closed? I'm not going to go see.
Well, I think we should go strap our skates on and go check it out. Go hop on Mitford Pond.
The thing is, like, if they are open, there are some kids and, like, hardcore hockey players that are, like, free skating. I don't care. Bundle up. There's no bad weather, just bad clothing kind of style.
Well, with all the hockey equipment and stuff, I don't think cold phases kids.
You're fine.
You're good.
Just frostbite in minutes. But it has been a really interesting week because really Cochrane was sleepy for the holidays, for the first week of January, and then everyone went back to work, and now it's been pretty busy. Like, Home Treasures came out with a monstrous announcement of how much money they gave back into the community in 2023 alone.
Insane. $286,000, more than that. And then just looking at the list of the organizations, it's just like this paragraph. Like
I counted, it was over 40.
Insane. That's crazy.
Over 40. And that doesn't
crazy.
Even include the events that, like, Home Treasures is like, hey, we're going to give you free swimming, free skating, a movie in the park that they had to reschedule 15 times because of smoke.
Did that ever actually even happen?
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
It was just like a random Wednesday afternoon, I think. But no, it's just so incredible that this second-hand store that runs purely off of donations
and volunteers
is making this much money. Like, I guess I should open a second-hand store in Cochrane.
Right?
Oh my goodness. And then just putting it right back into the community. It's just, it blows my mind. And you got to imagine it's probably pretty fun to work there because you're just like, oh, you want money? Sure, here's money, organization.
It's true, yeah. And every single year they do this, they just keep on handing out more and more money. So I'm interested to see kind of what they're going to be up to here in 2024.
Oh, man. And we also found out some big events, some events that have never even been in Cochrane are already starting to percolate here, including Singles Week, which you and I have been married. I've been married for, well, how many years now? Like 12 years? When was the last time you were single?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know. You got to think back, right?
Like, I haven't been single so long that, like, apps weren't a thing when I was single. So, like,
I didn't even know what an app was. I didn't have an iPhone.
Right. Yeah.
I had a BlackBerry, I think.
Yeah, there you go. And nowadays, I hear it's kind of hard to meet people.
That's what people say. This
is a really cool event where you can go to different things, like everything from a trivia night to a bowling night. And honestly, just, there's going to be singles there. And maybe they're ready to mingle,
Single and mingle. It's true. Yeah, we were talking to Kaylee. She's the organizer. And I love it because they've done speed friending in the past. And it's kind of like the idea of speed dating. But she said they didn't necessarily want to do speed dating. Yeah. So they like to kind of take the pressure off and just kind of make it a casual casual events, really. And there's something for everyone. Like, they have wine nights, they have bowling nights, they have karaoke, which... That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not single, but can I come and join too? Just because I love karaoke.
Yeah, when Kaylee was in, you were like, I'm not single, I'm not looking, but I just don't want to miss out. Like, these sound like fun events, so can I come? And she's like, no, singles only.
I know, I have FOMO. I just want to be there because it looks like a lot of fun.
I like bowling.
I know.
Right? Maybe
like
they need
events.
A friend, right?
Right?
Wingman, though, that could be something fun.
I know, a wing woman.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except for I don't think I have any friends who are single either.
Oh, there you go.
That's the problem.
And therefore, why we need a singles week. So
yes.
It's hard to find somebody. So that's coming up at the end of the month. And also coming up next week, this is really cool, BobCon over at Bow Valley High School. This is something a little bit different. So you've probably been to a ton of comic conventions throughout your life, Lauren. Cosplay.
I can't even count how many.
So they're kind of taking that route where they're going to set up booths to show off kind of the different arts and different programs they have. Everything from art and photography to video game making. They're going to have esports up there. And also on the side of carnival, because why not?
Exactly. The carnival, if you don't really know much about like video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mix of everything.
Yeah, and it's all a fundraiser for the Helping Hands Society, of course,
That's
as
very
well.
cool.
So that's going to be a ton of fun, and it's just cool to see already we are 11 days into January, and new events are already popping up. I've heard rumors of different shows coming to Cochrane this year, different concerts, different bigger events. So honestly, I could see 2024 being one of the biggest years, because 2023, looking back on it, kind of the rubric whenever we had anyone in talking about like afterwards, how was the event? It was record breaking. It was record breaking attendance, record breaking.
It's true.
You got to imagine this year's just going to be huge.
Well, that's exactly it. And it's true about the rumors. We've heard some pretty big concerts are coming to town over the next year. So we do know of a few different names, but we're still waiting to hear about a few other ones. So waiting for those to kind of be 100% confirmed. So looking forward to that.
And in 2023, we had some big acts like Tim and the Glory Boys. Gord Bamford, I believe, was here. George Fox was here.
Yeah.
And they all played at the Lions Event Center, and they all sold it out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you got to imagine, that is a 500-ish person crowd. These artists are looking at Cochrane being like, this is totally worth it for us.
It's true. It's true. And of course, we're going to have the huge country music festival coming up this summer as well. So that's going to hold way more than 500 people because it's outside.
Yeah, it's at the A ground. So I am really interested to see the music industry kind of finally noticing Cochrane, because growing up, I don't remember a lot of concerts outside of like Canada Day. We had country acts come in, but I really loved like an actual concert situation going on in town. So who knows what 2024 has for us. I guess we know a couple of details, but we won't tell you.
No,
because it'll get us in
our
a lot of
lips
trouble.
are sealed, which we are not very good at.
No. You can keep up with everything going on in town by subscribing to this podcast, listening on your favorite services, checking out the YouTube channel as well. And until next week, talk to you again soon.